Hi everybody, I'm Brianna and welcome to my channel. I homeschool my 5 children and that's what this channel is going to be about. Homeschooling, the real, the raw, the unfiltered. But honestly, I wanted to come on here today and share with you why we chose to homeschool. The very first and main reason is me and my husband, we were also public school kids through and through, and the things that we learned that I realized as I became an adult that were just simply not true, and there's things that I would never ever use again. I decided I did not want to waste my children's time teaching them or letting them learn things that they're never going to use again. And with that being said, I also know that there's a lot of things that's taught in public schools today that just simply contradict the Bible, the Word of God. And for us as Christians, that's just not okay. So we wanted to teach our children faith and values throughout the day. With that being said, we start every day with Bible. Okay, yes, that's a subject. We make sure it's included every day. We don't miss it. And we also pray together because, managing a house with 5 children, everybody's not going to have, we're not going to always be happy every day, right? So prayer just helps, right? And another thing, we got back so much time with our kids. My husband, he works full time and he gets off work late most times. And when they were in public school, it's like he was missing them. Sometimes it would feel like a day or two where he just hasn't seen them at all, besides when he walks in the door and they're already in their beds. So we got back a lot of time together, and that's important for us as a family. And another reason, which you have to be careful with this one, is the freedom and flexibility of homeschooling. We absolutely love it. We get to learn however we want to learn, whenever we want to learn, It's not something that we put on a checkbox and say, oh, make sure we do this today. No, it's actually become a part of our lifestyle. And once you get to that point, you find the flow of it all. And that's one thing we love about homeschooling. So I quickly learned that with the freedom and the flexibility comes the responsibility. You as the parent have to make sure that you discipline yourself enough to get up and teach them every day, okay? They're not going to do it by themselves. They're children. So it comes with a lot of responsibility, and I am definitely okay with that because I know what I want out of this for my family. And one more reason is I also wanted to make sure that whatever curriculum we are teaching, I can tailor it to the child and not try to make them go through a whole curriculum just to get it done. That's not the point of homeschooling. If that's the case, I should send them back to public school if I just care about them getting a good grade. My main concern was making sure that the information that they learned, they were able to absorb it, And sometimes that looks different for each child. Some children learn more independently and some need a lot more help hands-on. So homeschooling has allowed us to adapt with and around our children. And I honestly love it. It's like I've seen my children blossom since homeschooling. And they also have more time to explore their interests. They get to read books and things about that they're actually interested in outside of outside of our curriculum. And I love it, Now, homeschool can be challenging, yes. Sometimes you're going to get a curriculum and it's not going to be the right fit for you. I learned that quickly and I adapted. And that goes along again with the freedom of it all. You get to adapt and move around and don't feel like you're tied to a curriculum, okay? Because I'm not. But anyway, so I just want to come on here and tell you guys my why, because I think everybody needs a why, But anyways, if you like this type of content and you want to talk about all things homeschool, this is where you should come, and give me your opinions down below. What is your why? Why have you decided to homeschool? Why are you continuing to homeschool? And if you haven't yet, what's the reason? What's the thing that's stopping you from homeschooling? Let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.